What's up, fellas? This is Mark Parson, cornerback pro, former NFL cornerback, and now I'm coaching you guys up. All right, so we got some more slot work. This is some 2000, it's either 2014, 2016, South Carolina Gamecocks practice film. So we're gonna get right into it. Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com and ask me for the one-on-one mastery. You're gonna see a lot of things that you can use. You got to know the techniques. That's the number one thing. You got to know the techniques, then you got to apply it and master it. That comes through repetition. Make sure you get the mind and body training program. I'm actually going to include it all for you, okay? And then if you want to get some Skype sessions, like I said, some virtual training, definitely go to goprofootball.org and sign up, and we'll get that going for you, man. Some real sessions, baby. All right, let's get into it. D1A. You got to see it. You got to see as much film as possible. Obviously, you guys are not playing college ball. It's going to be hard for you to see. Hey, by the way, good job on this rip right here. This is how you finish a play. All right. Always go for the rip every single time. All right. So we got a wide split right here. So we can play this normal. So we don't have to play this like a slot play. All right. Basically, this is what you want to do. The only difference between the slot is the alignment of the receiver, right? So if you got a number one receiver, he's all the way out here. Look, play it like a cornerback, man. And that goes, he may be a safety. He may be a safety nickel. Well, nickel's basically like a cornerback usually. But you can have linebackers playing nickel. You can have safeties playing nickel. But what I'm saying is, play this like a regular corner. You got time. You got space. He's not too far away from the numbers on the practice field. So go ahead and line up normal and play your regular technique, all right, which is what? Read the 3, read the 5, and then get into a pedal, and then, have your eyes glued on the receiver. He just runs a normal curl, okay? Way to be there, though. All right, so we're in the slot. So we're on the hash. Okay, guys, I would say this. Unless we're playing two-man, where we have to be inside, like coach is yelling at us, you got to be inside. I would always try to get to the outside shade on the slot receiver, yo. I would always. Does that mean you just let him release inside, you open the gate? No way. We still stay square. We can stay square for a lot longer. So let's watch what he does. Outside breaking route. You see what I'm saying? Like, even if you start in my last film that I was critiquing, I think it was what school was it? God dog it. Oh, Southern Miss, right? So receiver has certain things we call option routes. But at the end of the day, understand what we have. What are our resources? We have a single high safety. Now I know you're like, coach, it's one-on-ones. We don't have that. But understand that the whole scheme of what we're working on. So they're running their routes for the most part with that in mind. All right. So if they're so far inside, if they're on the hash or that far inside the numbers, man, look, make it hard for them to run certain routes. An outside breaking route has to be hard for him to run. So we're right here. So we're doing team 11 on 11. Looks like they're tackling in their practice. So understand what we're doing. We're either thudding up or tackling. So let's look at this. We're in a zone, right? So let's look at this again. When we're the nickel back, and he does a decent job at it, I think the safety has to read the quarterback a lot better. I'm going to tell you something about high school and college quarterbacks for the most part. Safeties. All right, my free safeties. Man, and they're going to show a different view. These guys aren't looking anybody off. Have you ever noticed that? I guess I didn't realize until I got to the NFL how easy college was. D1A. It was easy, man. The quarterbacks aren't as good as they are in the NFL, man. You have Peyton Manning looking over here, and then come back over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, you gotta get a better jump on this. This is an easier read. Watch, and they'll show it. Now, what we got to do is in our zones, get a really good reroute and then drop them back into our zone. Okay, so inside in our zones, man, help our safeties out by getting an awesome reroute in. So let's watch this quarterback. Look at this. And we got to make sure we either make the tackle or we make that good quality thud because you're the last line of defense, free safeties. All right, let's see. All right, so the ball's inside. Now, I don't know if the coach teaching them inside, but let's see what happens. All right, he turns and opens too early. See, really, you could do different techniques. You could do a scooch technique. You could do settle feet. If anything, I would just say I would go outside. So I don't know why he opened up so early. So if I was right here, I could show inside then shuffle outside, but I'd rather stay square, man. And then I'll make sure that I get outside shade. See, he can't make that. That's too easy for us. All right, so we're inside again. Maybe the coach is teaching them to be inside. But I will tell you this. That route right there, that corner route, ain't happening. You see what I'm saying? Let's watch that again. I want you to see how you have no chance on the corner route. Unless, now here's what you could do. Let's say you start inside. It's going to be hard. And you do feel that corner route coming. And then you can undercut it and sprint to that angle. But I feel like that's harder than you making it be. You know what I mean? All right, so he's on the hash. So we're going to go press. Now, here's the thing in our press. At the end of the day, I'm just talking about when he's far inside split, like a slot receiver. Okay, he's a slot receiver. Yo, for the most part, the only thing that's changing is your alignment. Because look how far and tight his split is. So we're just recognizing splits. And what is the higher percentage throw? Or where do we not have any help? But the techniques remain the same. So we got a series of techniques that you must learn. So right here, you know what I mean? We're hopping. He does an inside breaking route, but we got to finish, man. Another thing. One thing that's a really bad habit for you guys on film is the one-hand clap. Don't let anybody see you one-hand clap. What you need to do is just finish. Finish, sprint to the guy, tag him off. I'll show you. Oh, we make a play? Ah, man, I messed up. One-hand clap. Everybody in the stadium knows. The recruiters, the scouts, everybody knows. All right, let's say we're in cover 3. Try your best to get it when you get into your drop back, into your zone. Try your best to get a better reroute. So it looks like he's showing a little blitz. Make sure you're not too cool in showing your blitz to the point where you don't get to your assignment. You know what I mean? Because look, cornerback, say we're cover 3, right? He has to split this difference if 2 go vertical. So the cornerback has to make a play on that. And that's tough. I'm telling you something. That's tough. Make sure our safety, because we got strength, the passing strength over here. Make sure our safety's reading this a lot better so you can get a good jump. At the end of the day, you get a really big hit. But the corner has to make this play. So right here, you have to help us out. Nickel has to help us out. Because money. Not obviously there, but we want to be making either a breakup or a solid hit to where he'll never want to run that route again. And I guess the safety would have been right there. So let's see. All right, I will say this. Another thing, communication. If we're playing inside, I will say this. It's a lot easier. And this is for me playing for the Houston Texans playing nickel. Man, I would rather, if I were you, I would rather press the slot and tell him, hey, you go get back. Because remember, we can't be at the same level because these guys too close and they'll run a rub route. You know what I mean? So I would tell the cornerback, back up. You play off and let me press the slot. Because it's a lot easier than playing off. I'll tell you that. Now, at the same time, we got our free right here. So we're actually showing how it be. So would you be inside or outside? I would outside shade this joker. You know what I mean? And then if he does run an inside breaking route, then immediately undercut it, right? Because I got help right here. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens. All right, so yeah, inside breaking route, that was decent. I feel like 20's opening up way too early. You guys notice that? He's inside. Now he beats him right here to it. I'll still have my hand on him because we got to make a play, man. Look how tight this split is. Let's see where he ends up. I'm going to do 2 videos on this, by the way, too. Outside breaking route. It's hard to make. It's hard to make that play. So understand the split. Look, the quarterback's right here. This is the center. Quarterback's right here. Why would you line up inside? Even if he does, let's say he just bolts in here and he said, oh, he catches it. It's one-on-ones. He catches it. Man, look what we got in here. We got linebackers and all that stuff. These guys don't want to get hit by a linebacker. Now, he may do an under route. Don't get me wrong. Or a drag route. But look, man, that's hard. Plus, you got the free safety over top. You can undercut and make a play. But you have nobody over here. There is no one to save you. Outside shade, use the techniques that I teach. Press man on the one-on-one mastery. All right, okay. Nice. Good job. We just got to make a play. Be careful on the undercut. Good job, man. Let's watch that again. So we're correct, shade. Back up a little. Bam. Look at it. Now just go for the upfield shoulder first. Okay, that's my only recommendation right there. Go for the upfield shoulder. So your trajectory should be going up here first. Then we undercut it. That was nice. Good job, though. And then notice how he got back to balance. Oh, man, we got to show this. I got to show this again. Notice how his feet got back to balance. At the end of the day, as long as your feet come back to balance, that means your feet are underneath you. So you can shuffle, you can turn, you can do all that good stuff. We got to get a reroute. So the nickel linebackers, safety, if you're in that position, man, look. This is imperative that we get a reroute on this guy. Help us out. They rolling the coverage, it looks like. Let me see. Slow him down a little bit. Good job by the QB. Putting it in that little hole right there in the zone. Again, 20's playing inside shade. I wouldn't do it. You know, he almost made a play right there. All right, let's press. Let's see. Make sure we got a good technique. Good job, receiver. Yeah. We press. No hopping. You can't hop. And he ends up running the outside breaking route. Now, I do like his finish. All right, so let's say we mess up. Again, we got to know the techniques. We got to know the techniques of what we're going to do. I like how he came up there and showed that he was going to be aggressive, but then we got to know what technique we're going to do. His eyes are high. And he's trailing, but watch this finish, even though he could have went faster. He almost knocked the ball out. I need the ball out. Good job. Go for the rip. Go for the rip. Outside shade, 17. See, here's the thing. If you're already outside shade, or if you're playing that leverage, you wouldn't have to try to fight to get out there. You know what I mean? Because when he gives us that move, okay, you shuffling, you got good technique, your eyes on his waist. You wouldn't have to open up and run. Like, he was literally going to open up and run. And what did I tell you about that? If you're in good position, if you're square, stay square, get at least 2 shuffles in, just in case he comes back with it, and then you can recover. That's the whole point of a shuffle. And staying square. So we can make a play. I like the finish. These South Carolina boys, man, I like how they finish, though. Okay, jump jam. Look at this, guys. What happens when you get hands on guys? Quarterback's not going to even look to his side. He's not going to even look at him anymore after that. You get jammed like that. Let's watch one more. It looked like he started outside and then moved inside. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. You're not going to make a play. And then bad eyes. Bad eyes. So you're not going to make a play on the ball over there. I'm telling you, on that corner route, especially in the red zone, it's not going to happen if you don't fight to get back outside shade. Now, just remember, talking about the slot right now, that's a really, really tight split. Okay? So there's certain schemes that you may play inside, I understand that, but when it's press man, you got a single high safety, yo, fight to get outside shade, and then use the techniques that I teach. Make sure you email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. I'm going to do a part 2 of this video. Stay tuned and get all the programs, baby. Let's get it.